Get photos of all the graves. No, it's right here actually. Right near it. Gotta go 3 rows in. Stillinger. That's the 2 kids. More. There it is right there. Walked all the way over here for 1 photo. All the way over here just to take a picture. You know? What the fuck is wrong with me? Well, I could use it in a video once or twice. Oh, is that Peppa fucking Pig, bro? What you know about Peppa Pig? Peppa Pig? I'm not taking that with me. I don't want any weird shit going on. You know, no cursed artifacts. Watch way too many 80s movies to know not to touch that Peppa Pig. No matter how much I want to. Oh, fucking Peppa Pig. They don't know who did it. It was most likely a reverend diagnosed with schizophrenia. The unaliver was left-handed, so was the reverend. Shortly after, on a train, 15 minutes or so after it happened. But they couldn't convict him. This is more. That's the family that happened to. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful shot right there. Right there at the water tower and everything. Wow. We got Stillinger, which was the family that was with them. I don't feel this is disrespectful. People put this shit on here, you know what I mean? I want to be able to read the fucking thing. Not knocking anything over. Just moving everything so I can read the damn thing. Those wax candies are really big out here in Iowa. Oh man, a new cell phone? Tight, bro. All right. Father, mother, and children passed June 10th, 1912. Damn, bro. The father was brutalized more than anyone else. The only one that got the sharp end of the axe was the mom. But the father was hit almost 40 times.
There's a guy here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
Good. I'm just passing through town. I went to check the axe house out, did the tour, then I went to check the gravestones out. Now
all right. You sleeping there on the ground tonight?
I don't think I'm going to do it right here, but down the road a piece probably.
Cool. All right. He said there was a guy in. I told him he's drunk.
You owe him a beer.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Yeah, they're all together. Even the other family is right next to them. It's normal for reflective lights to be in a graveyard, right? Especially when they're moving around. Act natural. All right, so we got the Moores. This is the family that owned the house, right? Joe or Josiah Moore. The father, mother, children. They all passed away on June 10th, 1912, right? Now you see people still drop coins, toys, and things to commemorate and pay respect to Peppa Pig being the star of the show here. flowers, obviously. This is the Moore family site. So Joe Moore owned the house in the barn. His wife Sarah and their 4 children, one of them being a toddler. None of the children were over the age of 14. Now they were at a church. And in this church they were doing Bible study kind of thing, and there was a whole program that involved children that Sarah Moore started and kept running. So then you have the Stillingers. Their 2 daughters were staying at the Moore house that night. The electric company and the town were fighting each other. And in this battle of arbitration, they shut all the electricity off. So there are no streetlights in town. So Lena and Ina, the 2 children, one aged 12, the other one aged 9, 12 and 9 years old. They were scared to walk home with no streetlights. So Sarah Moore, being the upstanding community member she was, said, "You can stay at our place for the night." And they used the church phone to call their mother and said, "Hey, kids staying at my place tonight because there's no fucking streetlights, right?" It just happened to be wrong place at the wrong time. They got home around 9:45, 10 p.m. 9:45, 10 p.m. Now, somewhere around midnight to 1 o'clock or to 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., it happened. Joe Moore was the first person attacked, followed quickly by Sarah Moore. Sarah was the only one to get the sharp part of the axe. Josiah Moore, was struck close to 40 times. And the parents' room was 12 feet or so away from the kids' room. So we went right into the kids' room. 4 children. 2 in one bed, 1 in a bed, the other one's still in a crib. Took the children out, and then walked downstairs. But before walking downstairs, stood there for a long time while the axe leaked into the ground all the human juice. At one point, we went to the children's room. He swung the axe around his head for some reason or another, maybe to get the human juice off of it, who knows. So then he goes downstairs to where Lena and Ina were sleeping. They met the same fate as the Moore family, unfortunately. A few things were strange about this whole situation besides the situation itself, the actual deed itself, right? There was 2 pounds of cured bacon right next to the unaliving weapon left in the room, the guest room, where the 2 children laid in. Now, Mrs. Moore, Sarah Moore, did cure meat, so maybe it just got knocked around and ended up there, who knows. But there also was a stove that was used, seems hours before the police got there. So somewhere around 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., someone used the stove, made a whole plate of food, and then left it there. All the mirrors were covered up. This is what makes me believe it was the Reverend yet again, because some people that have the unfortunate diagnosis, like the Reverend had of George Kelly, of schizophrenia, don't like to look at their own reflection. In the house today, you can see there's a mirror covered. I uncovered it. Take a quick peek while I was there. This is the gravestone for the Moore family. They're buried right here. Father, mother, children. June 10th, 1912. Now the Stillingers, their story doesn't end there at all. 1912 was a very, very rough year for the Stillingers. So the Stillingers Joseph and Sarah, they lose their 2 daughters, one 9, one 12, right? Ina and Lena, respectively. In the same year, because during all this, Sarah Stillinger is pregnant. They lose the pregnancy. That's why it says infant son. And they didn't have a name attached to it, unfortunately. Now, they still lived for another 30 years after this, but it's not done yet. The same year, They lost two daughters. They lose their infant son. That same year, their house burns down. All in 1 year. 3 loved ones. And your whole house is gone. And your friends. Your friends and their family are gone as well. So, that's the story. And keep in mind, this will be on the pop quiz tomorrow. So, anyone that fails will be held back for a year. Alright, I got the thing going. Magnet's normal. It's listening to stuff. Oh, I broke it. I broke it, did it? Alright. It's calibrating the magnet again. It's actually pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. No, it's just a regular train. The train yard right over here. Walking the cemetery at night. I just walked it. We'll walk it again in a little bit here. Keep this thing going. Is there anybody out there? Josiah Moore, do you have anything to say to the people? Look, I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer. It said bedroom help. Bedroom help. Like, well, what? The fuck what? Oh, I'm sorry to keep swearing, buddy. What do you say to that? You know what I mean? It says on the bottom what they say. He said bedroom help. You know, Josiah Moore, the guy who was unalive in his family, tragically in 1913 at the house in his bedroom. You know? No explanation questions. No, it goes unsolved. It went unsolved. No, I'll sleep like a baby. Oh, a little much, though. You know what I mean? I'm not even a believer. You know, hey, you want to say to the people, bedroom help? Like, oh, fuck. Are you still with us? You gave me goosebumps. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? Sarah Moore, is there anything you want to say to the people? I kind of feel like I'm getting stood up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like I got stood up. You know? But goddamn, you know, I'm sure the app works. That's how it works. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do mental gymnastics to figure that one out. But I'm weak. I'm not even recording anymore, and that went through. Ralph. I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely uncomfortable right now. You know, for all my tough guy talk about how to believe in the supernatural, whoa, that's eerie. That's eerie. All right, Ralph. Ralph. I'm weak, Ralph. So I don't know what that means. I don't speak ghost. I don't speak ghost. Is Ralph? Flames. Okay, that had nothing to do with nothing. Like, this is probably just random words being thrown at me, right? Oh, the other house burned. Is this one of the Stillingers? Don't. This is a terrible idea, by the way, just so you guys know. Do you all mind if I sleep nearby? Not in the graveyard, but near it. I'm in Iowa, Villisca, Iowa, at a cemetery. A graveyard here. Yeah, they think I'm funny. No, Angela, I don't want to offer anything like that. You know what I mean? Just in case I ain't trying to get all ghost hug. They called me funny, though. Just saying. I just got a ghost approval. Thank you very much. Whoever that is in there. Much appreciated. I don't know, man. I'm kind of spooked out, Jerry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, hey, I just said the father's name. Anything you want to say to the people? Immediately, it's like, bedroom help. I'm like, oh, the guy got unalived by an axe in a bedroom. As soon as I said his name, he was immediately responded, bedroom help. Yeah, great. I'm not gonna lie, I'm spooked. I'm spooked. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, all my tough talk, I'm not a believer. The first two words just threw me for a loop. Don't worry, I'll build those. I might. I can't even say I will with 100% certain. I might build up some cojones and go back into the graveyard and do this, you know? I might not. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm spooked right now. I'm spooked. Grumble, grumble, grumble. But in this moment right now, I'm a little spooked. I don't want more activity, Ladybug. I'm okay with the activity I'm getting. The very chill, once in a while. You know, the last thing they did was call me funny. Fine with that. Fine with that. That's golden. You know? No issue with that. We can do it again. We can do it again. This question goes out to the Moores and the Stillingers that were in that house. Do you care to tell us who did it? They're busy. They got ghost things they got to do. You know. They're doing important ghost things right now. Whoever's idea was to get this app, thanks for fucking my day up. You know, everything was fine. I'm camping out next to a graveyard. Waka waka. You know, hey, goofy hobo here, doing goofy hobo shit. You know, yeah, spook me out on Halloween. I'm right outside the graveyard. The graveyard's right there. Now, we went for a walk, and I told the whole story of what happened here in Villisca. It was called the Axe House here in Villisca back in 1912. Unfortunately, a family tragically was while in their beds taking out an axe. Eight victims. Eight victims. So, I did a tour of the house today. This is the graveyard where the family and the two friends were laid to rest. And then I was like, hey, for you guys that believe, we'll run a ghost app. Yeah, we'll run a ghost app. Jackie, you know what I mean? You can have your belief, I'll have my belief. I'm not going to force mine on you. Oh, man, that's creepy. Well, thanks for hanging out. Much appreciated. You know? Sorry I turned into a giant coward as soon as I started coming around. Well, you know, thank you for hanging out. I asked if they were still around, and they said, yeah. I'm like, oh. And they said, not all of us. So, I'm just being real picky about what I'm asking, what's being answered. Gotta enter? Man, I can't wait to see you come down here, Talk Ticks, and go in there with this fucking thing running with a lash. Repost that to me, share it to me. I want to see that. I can't wait for that, dude. You know what I mean? That sounds really exciting. I can't wait for you to do that. I can't wait for you. I'm really excited for you to do that. All right, so for those who's joining, I went to the Villisca house, right? The entire family of 6 was unalive there. 4 of them being children under 14, right? When 2 other children were staying the night because there was an electric company issue with the town. They shut all the streetlights off that one night, and someone on the live. I'm shutting the shit off. Shut it off. I ain't having that shit go. Are you fucking kidding me? Nope. Done. Done. Just putting it out there for any ghosts in the area. No consent on touching. I don't like being touched. Oh, she will touch you. It said she will touch you. You know? It's Halloween. I can't wait to see what graveyard you go and run that app at. I'm really excited to see that live. I really hope you share it to me. You know, nope, nope, no. It's only gonna get worse from here. It's gonna get weirder and weirder and weirder. You know? Oh, yeah, oh, nope. My other phone it doesn't work anymore. It's crazy how that happens. What the fuck is cringy? Perfect timing for that gift. And she will touch you. I'm spooked, Jerry. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm spooked. I gotta sleep here. You know what I mean? Don't get excited. You know what I mean? Fuck. Happy Halloween, everybody. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You can talk all the shit you want, Jerry. Maybe I'll go in there. Maybe we'll put the app back on. Maybe I motherfucker won't. I'm the one's gotta do it. Ain't nothing out here. It's fucking dead quiet. Pun intended. Yeah, I'm sleeping by this fucking graveyard. I'm over here flirting with ghosts and shit, you know? All right, got it back open. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I appreciate you for checking. The she will touch you thing kind of threw me for a loop. You know, kind of spooked me out a little bit. I'm not used to talking to ghosts. But is your name Ralph? That took 3 seconds, by the way. Took 3 fucking seconds. They checked in on me right away, which is very nice. You know, it was very sweet of them. Of them. I don't know who it's speaking to yet. I've never been concerned about fucking ghosts in my life. Ever. When I was a kid, maybe, you know? And all it took was a couple of fucking things this app said, and I was like, oh, shit. Shutting this off. I'm still a non-believer. I'll convert this all to logic at some point. But in this moment, in this quiet-ass town where nothing is happening right now and it's dead silent, pun intended, I got a little spooked there for a moment, you know? As soon as I open the app, within 3 seconds, hey, you okay? It's back on. It's back on. I turned it back on, and immediately it said, are you okay? Very sweet. Very sweet. Happy Halloween, Mr. Nifty. You know, I got it going again. Am I going to go in there with it? No. Maybe, but not right now. I ain't there yet. I mean, this isn't like creator build-up stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, if I get to 200K taps, I'll go walk through the graveyard. I don't... We're in Villisca. We're in Villisca, Iowa. Said, where am I? Where am I? Oh. Said, where am I? Yeah, we're in Villisca, Iowa. Oh, perfect time to hear something walking through the woods. Beautiful timing. Oh, man, this is a bad idea. Oh, who won't? He won't leave. He won't leave. If y'all talk about me, I'll leave immediately. I'll be right down the road. I'll be out of here 2 minutes flat. Yeah, it's called Ghost Tube. That's the entrance. I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty spooked. I'm a non-believer too. I'm pretty spooked. Asked me if I was scared. So the move behind me. Fuck, that's great. That's great. I love that. It's fantastic. There's a car that just drove by over here. It makes me feel a little bit better. 1912, and this is where they put their remains, where they were buried. And I had the bright idea of going and checking out the gravestones. I was like, what, camp right by the graveyard. It's Halloween, baby, let's do it. I'm a non-believer anyway. This app's been fucking with me. Oh, you're about to walk in, talk to us? I can't wait to see you walk in. Share that live to me. I don't want to be touched by a ghost. You know? Watching. What, you are? Like something else? I said watching. I'm cool with that. That's fine with me. I'm not camping in the cemetery. If it was like an old abandoned one, I'd camp inside of it. But it's still active, I saw a gravestone from 2020. So I don't want people going like mourn their loved ones and then I'm sitting there in my sleeping bag. That feels extremely disrespectful. So I'm going to tuck away near the cemetery, like right next to it. Camp out for the night. First one scared the shit out of myself with this ghost app for a while. All right. Do you have anything you want to say to us? You got any jokes? Not joke or something. I got a joke about a cookie. You want to hear it? Nah, never mind. Probably don't want to hear it because it's kind of crummy. Yes. Yes. There's a camera thing here, and the last thing I really want to do is aim the camera at the cemetery. Mainly because of the shit like that right there. You see kind of poking in behind that right there. I don't need that in my life right now. I don't need it. I don't need that in my life. At all. At all. Yeah, don't leave me hanging. Call me back, man. I'm starting to feel like I'm not liked. Need that in your life. I do not. If I was leaving, you know what I mean? It'd be a lot different. Like, I'm going 20 feet over here and fucking rolling out my sleeping bag and climbing in. This eerily quiet cemetery. The only thing around here, the deer walking in the trees. It's creeping me the fuck out. I'm more creeped out now than any other time traveling in my life. Hands down. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Not when the bear showed up. Not when I was stepped on a baby copperhead. Not when the Black Widow started building a web on my phone during live. All that was like, quick moments. Focus up. Get that shit done. Do what you gotta do. Focus. Get it done. This shit, I'm just creeped out. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just creeped out. Oh no, I'm creeped out. I am not misrepresenting. I'm not gonna hand things up for the internet. I'm not that type of person. Also, I'm a very firm non-believer in the supernatural, paranormal, afterlife, religion, anything, theology. Very non-believer. All right, editor's note here. Did you hear that? Like, there was definitely footsteps. I'm gonna talk about it in a second, but let me replay it a few times for y'all so you can hear it. But I'm very creeped out right now. Especially when you hear footsteps and there's nothing there. You know what I mean? Very creeped out right now. Do you usually stay up all night? You don't have to sleep or anything, right? Are you like up all the time? Or like, are there certain times you're kind of like deliberately unavailable? What's the schedule like? It didn't, Miss Prima. I've never been creeped out in my life. Listen to this shit, though, right? Never been creeped out. I don't believe in the supernatural at all. Since I was a kid, the last time I was ever worried about anything supernatural, you know what I mean? But, I put this app on, this ghost hunting app thing, right? And blessed. Cool. Nice. Nice. The dog and the deer are fighting over here. It's a schedule. Shit, it's easy to say when you're not the one walking through the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Sorry to lash out at you there. But, okay, so there was an accidental living house right nearby. I did a tour of that earlier today, right? That's farther. Like, not father, but farther. Boston accent. I don't know what that means, man. Sorry. You gotta talk to me like you're talking to a child, really, because, like, I'm not smart. Now it just feels like random words, to be honest with you. You know? But, well, should I go? You fucking kidding me? You want me to walk in there? You want me to go walk in there? He's like, dozens. Stay with me. You know what I mean? Which is super nice. I do appreciate the invitation. You know what I mean? But hard pass. Hard passes all around. Unquestionably. It being nice. Yeah, I'm a non-believer. I'm still creeped out, Monty. I'm not gonna lie to you. What up, Keyblade? So I went to the Villisca Axe house, right? I went to the cemetery right here, where I checked out the gravestones and got some footage, and then we told the whole story of the whole everything we found out today, everything I found out today, and then people in the chat like, hey, put a ghost app on, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? We sit there for 10 minutes with the thing running, and I was like, all right, hey, I said the person's name, the father's name. Do you have anything you want to say to the people? He says bedroom help. The guy was unalive in the bedroom. He says bedroom help, and that immediately flipped everything upside down in my brain. And then I shut the app off whenever homie enemy. I didn't feel like it's just saying random words now, but so the homie says she will touch you, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. So I shut the app down. And I'm like, I'm all right. We're good for a while here. And then I put the app back on. As soon as I put the app back on, 3 seconds later, it's like, you scared? Keep in mind, I'm not a believer, but I am very much spooked out. So probably thank you guys for watching as I cowardly sit in front of this graveyard and get creeped out by a ghost hunting app. How? It was the she will touch you thing that really got me. And he won't leave. Like, did you mean me? I'm sitting there talking to a fucking a ghost, allegedly. This is Ghost Tube. Becky recommended 19 apps. All of them cost $2,000 a piece. But he did invite me in. He said they'd come hang out. Pretty much, if I understood correctly. Yeah, very coincidental thing said for sure. I don't know if you know what a hype man is, but you make an amazing hype man. Agrees with me. Right, we all just can get out this live and go watch Ghost Adventures. Now I gotta creep myself out at a fucking graveyard on Halloween at 8:30 at night. I gotta sleep here too. Yeah, you okay with me sitting here? Is that okay with you? And everyone in there? Don't say nothing if I can. Got it. We'll come back as a cool ghost. This one's pretty cool, man. This dude's pretty tight. I don't know why. Of all the ghost homies I could have got, we got a good one. We got a damn good one. Don't do it again, I'll be alright. Just had to lower my voice. You know what I mean? I don't listen to anybody about anything ever. Ever. I'll listen to this motherfucker. I'll listen to this guy telling me to lower my voice. I gotta talk quiet. The ghost told me to shut the fuck up. I guess I should be kind. I shouldn't get too animated. There is a fucking graveyard here, right? I don't listen to nobody. Anyone tells me to do anything, I'm like, oh yeah. And I tell them where to go and how to get there. This ghost app tells me to lower my voice, and I'm like, okay. No problem at all. Just quiet it down. No, Sasha, I can't. Maybe I might get the cojones to take a walk through there, but not now. There's people walking up. Oh, I feel so good. There's people walking. They're gonna be spooked out. There's some guy sitting here doing a live stream, but there's people walking up. Looks like they're heading to the cemetery. And I've never been more happy in my life. You know, there's human beings walking by. And I feel immediately relieved of all the heebie-jeebies. Oh, this is probably the ghost walking up. You guys are the worst. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll give them the app. I'll give them the app, and then the phone with the live, and they can walk through with it. Oh, trick or treat? I don't have any treats. I got you. Have you ever had a delicious leaf before? Now this leaf is brown, very crinkly. There you go. Don't trick me today. Yeah, they got a couple of chainsaws. I don't think much of it. No, I haven't been spotted yet. But, ooh, fiber. I ate a leaf on live once. I was in California, and Jamie was in here, like, just randomly, eat a leaf. I'm like, okay. And shove the leaf in. Hey, guys, don't be scared. I was doing a live stream over here. Sorry. I figured I'd scare you here, not like when you're right next to me. Yeah, I got a ghost app running. I've been scaring the hell out of myself for the last, like, 45 minutes, so it's really nice to see people. You guys checking out the Moore Stone and all that? Yeah. It's not far at all. It's like 2 rows down, and they're right on the left. You can see it from this main drag here.
Awesome. Thank you.
No
We're
problem.
staying there tonight.
Oh, nice. Ghosts. I'm not gonna lie to you folks. It's so awesome to have people roll up. You know, I'm immediately relieved of any heebie-jeebies that is. But then systematically, this man, this person, or these people went around the house, taking all the children out. 6 of them in total, no older than 14. All the mirrors recovered, all the bodies recovered with sheets. There was a 2-pound slab of cured bacon right next to the axe when it was left in the house. The father's axe, Josiah. It was his axe. So I walked around the house today and got footage. The man was never caught. There was a man charged twice with first the Stillinger children, they're unaliving, hung jury, and then confessed twice at 2 different times, but still the man was schizophrenic. You know, there might have been police brutality that caused him to do the second confession, so no one knows for sure what happened. But he's charged twice, once for the Stillingers, once for the Moores. The whole crime scene was contaminated by the locals here. There's 2,000 population or so. 100 of them showed up and were in the house. Very small house. Look at the video. A very small house. So the covered mirrors are either some mental health issues. People are only looking at their own reflection. You know, some versions of schizophrenia. People don't like looking at their own reflections. Then back then too, not a lot, but some people would cover up their mirrors either way because they thought mirrors would steal your soul if left uncovered. You know, you gotta think 1912 was 123 years ago, but still a lot of backwoods thinking. And this is proven further with what the locals did with the remains. While it's still an open, active crime scene, before the police even got in there, the police had to call the National Guard to get the people out of the house. The women were cleaning the house because Sarah Moore liked to clean house, so they're sitting there cleaning the crime scene. But on all accounts, there was a full plate of food on the table that wasn't touched or eaten, but the stove was still warm. The wood oven, I should say, the wood oven was still warm, indicating someone used it hours before the bodies were discovered, right? There were 2 tobacco sticks sitting on the ground where it was like the attic where they would store. It was a storage thing. You can see the video. The first shot of the video I just put up before I started the live, that's the attic, from the attic going into it. It was used mainly for storage and where the kids could play. Back to the strange beliefs of Americans back in the early 1900s, right? They took bone fragments from the victims. Not the unaliver, the locals. It was a very common belief back then in a lot of places in America that having a traumatic event happen to somebody and then to take a fragment of their bone and keep it on you would not only give you good fortune, but everyone around you. To the point where up until 10 years ago, part of Josiah Joe Moore, the father, his skull, a chunk of it, remained in a bar on display. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, folks. If that was still there, I'd go up and see it. And I'd go get a photo of it, without a doubt. But 10 years ago, the person that owned the bar passed away, and their kinfolk took over ownership and threw that in the dumpster. you know? Yeah, mirrors recovered so the souls wouldn't get trapped, right? Same thing a lot of people thought with photos back in the day. So not only were the bodies touched, not only was the crime scene cleaned, it was walked through. There was 100 people in the small house, jammed in the small house during the situation. And again, the 5 police in town. Right now, Villisca has a population of like 1,100. Back then, 113 years ago, it had a population of 2,000. Which back then is a pretty big town, you know what I mean? Especially in rural America. 100 of them jammed in a small house. Some people are cleaning, some people are grabbing the remains and moving the remains, doing all this weird stuff. I'm at the cemetery where they were put to rest. We've already gone over there twice and checked the stones out. We'll check it out another time. One more time before the night's over. I'm going to let these folks enjoy the cemetery before I go back in there. I don't want to scare the shit out of them more than I already have. I waited until they were a good, 50 feet away. I was like, hey, just let you know I'm live streaming over here. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I wanted to scare you over there, not right here, Join me next year where I scare the shit out of locals in the cemetery. When the views go down, we'll start scaring people. The tour is amazing. You check my last video out and it shows, you can't get a video of the tour, audio of the tour itself. Like, why would people go if you can just fucking hear it all from a video, But you got to walk around the house after, do a self-guided tour after, and it's living museum. And it's very, very cool. It was privately owned up until a few years ago, 5 years ago. The owners just got too old and couldn't keep up with it anymore. So they sold it off. It's a corporation that owns it, but it's like Ghost Tours of America or something like that. That's why it's hard for me to get in touch with anybody. I was trying to finagle a free room, to be honest with you. Thank you. Yeah, I love exploring cemeteries just for the history alone. Seeing the old gravestones or old mausoleums, especially down in New Orleans. They can't bury their lost loved ones and stuff. They have to put them in a mausoleum because anything you bury, it's below sea level. So anything you bury in New Orleans is eventually going to come back up. Think poltergeist. So they just did it that way. They just do mausoleums down there. So you can see all this old architecture. It's beautiful. Good night, Norse. Have a good night, yo. I'm gonna take a walk back through the cemetery. How was it?
Awesome.
Right? So cool. You saw the Stillinger one right next to it and all that? Yeah.
Have a happy Halloween.
Hey, you too. Happy Halloween, guys. Is that all of you? I don't want to go in there and scare anybody.
There's 2 more.
2 more. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Hi, yo. Clement Falls is cemetery tours on Halloween. Hell yeah, it's cool as hell.
What are you live streaming on?
TikTok.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah, I went and did the tour earlier, and then I'm gonna camp out by the graveyard and all that. And
Okay, by yourself, yeah?
yeah, like a lunatic.
Where are you from?
I'm from Boston originally.
And you came here?
So I hitchhike and hop on freight trains all around the U.S. and I document all the social media.
Wow. What's your tag?
Oh, it's Anywhere Man Hobo on TikTok and YouTube. I'm mainly on TikTok though.
Okay, cool.
But I'm so glad you guys walked up. I was running the ghost hunting app, GhostTube, and I'm not even a believer, and I was spooked out to all hell. And I saw you guys walking. I'm like, oh, people, thank goodness. So I appreciate y'all for the moral support.
Yeah, no, enjoy.
You guys too. Have fun in there. Ooh, hold on. Go take a walk through the cemetery one more time. But good people skills. I had to talk. Oh. She should have gone back halfway. He said, no, she did. She just gave me a follow on TikTok. I think she did, at least. All right, ready to go back in there, folks. Oh. Now that I'm done being a scaredy cat. All right, again, the Villisca house is down there, about, I'd say a mile or 2 miles or so. I didn't walk directly here from there. I went to grab something to eat, and I walked out this way, so I didn't quite get to pace out how far it was, how long of a walk it was as I walked into town and back here. But just over here is the gravestones for the Moore family and the Stillinger family, where 6 of the Moore families, the ones that lived and owned the Villisca house, the 2 parents and 4 children, none of them older than 14, including one very young one, unfortunately. Through strange circumstance, 2 of the Stillingers ended up being in that house as well that night. Wrong place at the wrong time. All of them were tragically unalived in their beds. Back in 1912. All right, we'll put the app on the way out. You know what I mean? Let me get to the thing first. It's just up here. Let me get to the damn thing first before I start getting creeped out again. Isn't this bad? No. Walking through a graveyard? What's bad about it? Excuse me, wow. Cuss when you scared me too. Indiana MILF. Thank you for the follow. Leave my flashlight alone. It does the job. You know? It's coming up here, if I remember correctly. Right here. Bread creaking. Probably my joints. My bones. Brisk out tonight. I like it. Nice and chilly. Pass it. Yeah, I'm not sleeping in the graveyard. I'm sleeping right next to it. We didn't walk this far last time. No way. No, we didn't go this far. I guess I missed it. Then again, I don't want to walk all the way back and be like, oh, we should move to the next row. Check a little bit further. And trash with me for a while. Don't throw away all my trash. put that right the fuck back. Oh, I could have sworn it was like right over here. I don't remember walking that far up. I ain't talking about what I just found in the trash. Nope. Not talking about it. Shouldn't have touched it. Shouldn't have touched it. You know? Back there now. Whoa. Shut up. Google. Find what this is. There's a website called findagrave.com. Isn't that cool? View. Closer. I did pass it. Right up here. It's a nice block. Over here somewhere. I think it's back there. I think it's right there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we found it. Alright, you guys want the app on? Look, I did. Look, I had the ghost app on. I got creeped out. I shut it off. We put it up again. You know, very brave Troy. Very brave Troy, I might add. We'll put it back up again. Someone owes me $20. I don't care who it is. So someone's gonna pay me for my fear. I don't know. Here we are in the graveyard. I got the app going. Right? Let it spook me out. Apparently you guys didn't get enough of me wigging out. And I'm going to slowly, for now, slowly walk out of the graveyard. Oh, you can go take the coins. Go right ahead. I did move them so I could see the headstone. What do you guys want to ask the app? You want me to stay at the grave and talk? Pushy. Pushy. Jerry, you've been on board with this whole ghost thing. Now you're telling me to run? You know how unnerving that is? Alright, let's put this in perspective here. I'm hanging out in a graveyard. Fucking Halloween night. Some travesty happened. Back in 1912. Again, emphasis on by myself. I'm camping out right next to it. In nothing but a sleeping bag. Can we have a little grace with our approach on things here, guys? Just a small amount. Alright. There's the grave. Pushy. What do you guys want me to ask? You know, but Austin, if anything happens, the camera goes down on the ground and no one helps me. You know what I mean? I don't like tents. Do you know the performer Prince? What are your names? I don't like tense, Marty. Braver than you? Probably dumber. Did you all see who unalived you? Why was the bacon next to the axe? Are there any spirits who like to talk? I don't see a chair. Maybe I'm missing it. You mean the chair in the house? I sat in that chair. I sat in the chair in the house, if that's the one you mean. No, they said chair. Chair was the word they said. Ungodly. One of you motherfuckers owe me money for this. I don't care if it's a penny. Someone give me a fucking penny on Venmo right now, so I feel like this is worth it to me. What's ungodly? The chair? We need some questions here. Y'all want to be get spooked out in the cemetery all by myself on Halloween here. I don't see any questions in the chat. No, you guys want questions. We asking questions here, baby. Y'all want to interview a gravestone. Are you looking for the light? Are you always here? Like, do you always hang around? Boat. Are you just saying random words in this, you know? I guess if you're always here, you say boat. You say hang out here in a boat. That's cool. What is that? Is it peaceful when you pass?
Only for you.
Only for me. I like that.
Rosary beads.
Rosary beads. It's the same random words on me now. Right? Rosary. This isn't even a Catholic cemetery. This is a Presbyterian, if I understand correctly. What's the protocol for, like, walking through graveyards? Is this, like, taboo? Like, you gotta walk through, like I'm doing, to get to places, right? It feels kind of weird because you're walking on top. The coins, I guess, are out of respect. Pay for stuff, I don't know. What's up, Callie? Welcome in. I got the ghost hunting app going to scare the hell out of me while I'm out here, you know what I mean? Why not? If I'm be out here all night, might as well scare the living bejesus out of myself. There's stones toys, flowers. Those wax candies people in Iowa go nuts for. Those ones there. So, train. It says struggle. Let's just say random words now. Earlier, it was scaring the hell out of me, I'm not gonna lie. Like at Cali, I'm so glad you guys walked up, like I told you. Like, I was freaking out a little bit, ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not even a believer. I was like, oh, damn. So check this out, Callie, if you're still in here. So initially I asked, Josiah Moore. I said, hey, Josiah. Oh, okay, you're not Josiah. Okay, I get that. I was like, hey, Josiah Moore, do you have anything you want to say to the people? And it's like, bedroom help. And I'm like, oh, no. So it creeped me out. Creeped me out very much so. So I appreciate you guys walking up. Kind of snapped me out of the heebie-jeebie feeling. Well, yeah, I was like, given it's Halloween, nighttime in a graveyard, like, you gotta be loud about my presence. Glad I didn't scare y'all too much, Happy Halloween, Johnny. But yeah, this is still got the app running, in case you hear anything cool. But yeah, no one knows exactly who did it. Everyone has speculations, and I'm leaning towards the schizophrenic reverend that was in town that day and left town the next morning around 5:15 a.m. telling someone that there are 8 souls lost. The bodies weren't discovered until much later in the morning. So they were discovered when a neighbor noticed that their chickens weren't out and their hogs weren't fed and all that. So, being a good neighbor, they let the chickens out, thinking maybe they're sleeping in. They're out late the night before they had that church event. So, sorry, my nose is all runny. It's cold out here. It wasn't until Joe's brother Ross showed up and gained entrance to the house, found the 2 Stillinger girls. Happy Halloween, by the way, everybody. So, they end up calling the National Guard to try to get all the people out of the Moore's house so they can do an investigation. So we'll never know who did it for sure. There was no DNA evidence back then, and forensics weren't anywhere up to where we're at today, obviously, how advanced technology is. But people do have their theories. Every local has a different theory. Every local I've talked to has a different theory on what happened, for the most part. A few overlapping, obviously. But I talked to about 20 today in total, walking around town and chatting with people. And everyone has a different theory, from the neighbor to the reverend to the senator to the serial unaliver who happened to be on trains around that time. And the list goes on and on. But I came out here for Halloween. Glad I made it today. Hitchhiked out of Atlantic. I made it last minute. The app's still running for you pushy folks that wanted me to be scared in the graveyard. Last thing they said was traveling. I said, yeah, traveling through town. Before that, I was talking about him. I am him. I said him. This is listening. But I was in Atlantic earlier today. Hitchhiked down to Villisca. hiked.
Slowly.
Go slowly? Sounds good. And hitchhiked down to Villisca, hiked over to the Villisca Axe House, did a nice tour. It's cheap too, I highly recommend it. Hell yeah, J-Mac. Thank you. Nice meeting you today, man. But yeah, hiked over to the Axe House, did a live from in front of it talking about it, looking some stuff up, you know. Did the tour, highly recommend it. It's $22, $29 if you want an EKF meter. I highly recommend it. Oh, he said go slowly, by the way. Our ghost friend. But then I decided, I looked it up and I was like, oh man, the gravestones. Someone asked him alive. That's what got me thinking about it. The gravestones aren't that far. That's where we just were. We're both families, but buried in the graveyard now. And y'all peer pressure me to put this damn ghost app on to keep freaking myself out. But while here, just moments ago, there's a group that rented the house out to sleep in. Just, oh, thank you. Said you're welcome. Nice guy. So, I'm spooked, right? I got this thing going, right? First question I ask, I say, Jose Amor, do you have anything to say to the people? He says, bedroom help.
Many are there?
Oh, it's just me. In the live, it's 250 right now. 248. He asked how many are there, or they asked. I would have slept in the house, but it's $200 and there's no bookings available. So we went to the next best thing. Camping next to a graveyard. Spooky Halloween stuff. The one thing I find kind of curious, Josiah Moore isn't listed here. Go down to Moore. JB, James, Jesse, Kenneth. Sarah Moore is listed here. I don't see Josiah. I'm trying to see. I think one of the daughters' name is May. I don't see that either. Curious. I'm not sure how. Right? There's more names here. Still no Josiah. You need water? Wait, should I drink water? Tell me I'm dehydrated, or do you need water? Are we best friends? Didn't say no. Didn't say no. Josiah B. Moore. There's no Josiah at all. Not for Moore. The ghost says he's not sure how. I keep saying he because that's the voice on here, but we don't know. J.B. Moore. Oh.
I told her.
You told her? I don't know, man. Becky's pretty smart. I think you're just taking credit now. J.B. Moore. Yeah, okay. There's a J.B. Moore. Hey, thank you for the goat. So yeah, JB Moore is what it is. Okay. Cool. Cynthia? Cynthia Moore? I don't see a Cynthia either. You got a last name? Is that your name, Cynthia? Let me tell you about my best friend. They're a ghost in the bliss. Corrupt? Not me. I'm too dumb. That's why I can't tell people that power corrupts absolutely. I've never had enough to know. Cynthia. Cynthia. Let me tell you about my best friend. Cynthia. I'm looking. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just kind of skimming. You know what I mean? I'm not reading every name. I don't see any Cynthia though. Maybe I'll check the other side over here. Cynthia. Well, the best I think I can do is Clyde. Does Clyde work for you? I don't see any. Yeah, I heard that. What do you think it is? It sounded like walking, right?
Eldest.
Eldest? The oldest, huh? Well, don't scare me too much. I don't know if you guys were around when the internet was around, but I'm doing what's called a live stream, and I got like 260 people in here, you know, and I don't want to like look too cowardly on the internet, you know, in front of a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? You guys remember feeling like shame and embarrassment?
That's mine.
You get it? Okay. Which way's your grave? It's okay, you don't have to tell me. So the eldest is running back here, making noise, trying to spook me out. That's cool. You know what? I'd mess with me too. You know, if I was in your position, I'd totally mess with me. Not like, like a light, friendly way. You know what I mean? It's not go nuts here. Yeah, I know, that's cool. It's moving. Funny, thank you. The moving disembodied light's a nice touch. in the dark. It's pretty dark over here. I ain't opening nothing. No way, no how. Homie says open it. I ain't looking for nothing to open. I ain't gonna be opening anything. If I was smart, I would have brought a 6-pack and I'd open me up a beer. That'd be about it.
Rituals.
Rituals? What does that mean? Are we best friends yet? The building over there? Fucking kidding. Yeah, listen to the ghost. That's right, a series of poor decisions in my life have led me up to this moment anyway. You know, like how could I not continue with the poor decisions in my life anyway? Yeah, that's probably where they keep all the maintenance stuff. The door's been kicked in before though. Look, I'm all about committing crimes, but not where I damage property. Get myself a nice trespassing charge in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. Now, I'm not the best looking man, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely too pretty to go to jail in Iowa. Man, I would have to be the sweetest little prison bitch, you know?
I hear you.
Says I hear you. We are best friends. You don't even know it yet. Coming back every year to come say hi to you. You're on the list of people I'm going to see. They let you go. You gotta get off the phones and all that. Get ready to go to bed. Think it'd be cool sleeping here? You guys okay with that? Didn't say no. Well, you have a good night. I'll check back in with you in the morning. That was fun. I don't know. I was all freaked out, then it just got really calm. There's people at Cali still in here. That was cool. You guys showing up got the heebie-jeebies out of me. say some weird shit, you know? I don't even believe in ghosts, guys. You know what I mean? I am a non-believer. What? It started strong. Do a long exposure. Kodo gave me this idea earlier. I want to do a 5-second. See if I can keep it still without the tripod. Balancing on this gate here. It's too long, shaking too much. Yeah, looks like garbage. That's pretty cool. Be better off with the tripod, but I really like how that side came out. That. I'm standing up for too long. I don't feel good. I feel like that graveyard and the ghosts, they made me look cool as fuck, baby. Oh, hell yeah, we out here styling and profiling out here at the graveyard of Villisca, the ex on Alive and House. You know what I mean? Look how fucking cool I look. I look like I'm Jim Belushi out of the goddamn Blues Brothers. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Oh. Things are too serious, too long, folks. We had a little goofy time there for a moment. Yeah, that sounds good, Ben. You're in here, I'm down. I forgot to respond to you, sorry. Yeah, that sounds great. There it is. There it is, right here. Tree will hide me from the road. hell at night. Man's gonna go do lounging soon. That's for sure. Sorry, blind go. Cold out here. Ooh, spooky. By accident. Well, bad. I got your message. I'm down. That sounds good. Oh. Go on, get. This fucking owl staring me down over here. See it? Oh, now you being shy? Just chilling there. Hey. There he is. See his eyes pop up. Hey. First I wasn't sure. It's just two beady eyes hanging out in the field next to me. Should have brought a little bit more water, but for tonight, tomorrow morning, I got about a 25-minute walk back into town tomorrow. That'll do. Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, Lily, I'm liking making them. I can't wait to get better at those. That's the only thing that kind of sucks. Like you always hear me say, social media encourages you to be lazy. You're kind of better off making the same kind of content, not kind of deviating too much from it. Especially on here, they always just want you live and talking, you know. But it's been fun doing it. Like, I don't care if, like, those videos, those views are lackluster on all platforms. You know, when I get better at them, I'm sure the views will go up at least a little bit. But they're fun to make. You know, I came out here to explore the country. And like I always say, I'm not going to let social media shoebox me, shoehorn me into being lazy. Just doing the same shit all the time. But there's one good thing about being a traveler that I think a lot of travelers kind of miss the point on. You have this giant well to pull content from, you know, camping, you know, whatever way you travel. For me, hitchhiking mainly, right? Whatever way you travel, doing basic stuff that people just don't understand how you do it. You know, people ask me how I do laundry. The easy answer is laundromats, truck stops, hotels. People are still very curious. Like, how do you do like what I do at my home? How do you do that? You know, just giant well to pull from. I think most travelers just fall for the lazy social media trap. Hate when that happens, Forsaken. Hate when that happens. Alright, guys, I'm gonna roll out of here. I need to get some fucking sleep, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Been a hell of an awesome day. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm glad I got to do like a Halloween kind of spooky theme live and a video for Halloween. I never do anything holiday related, really. Besides occasionally I'll cook something on Thanksgiving. So, appreciate y'all for hanging out. You too, Forsaken. You too, Mustang. Wishy, Gregory, Trip. How Ralph will do. Legendary Lisa. Happy Halloween, Leslie. Happy Halloween, everybody. Dom, good night. Jim Bob, good night. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go crash and crash hard. Hell yeah, Becky. Y'all have a great night. Thank you guys for watching. Like I always cheesily and cornily say, if you guys keep watching, I'll keep making this shit.
Yep, I can see that now, the way the shadow is.